Do you think, based off everything we talked about, creators are recession proof? Welcome to Broken Famous, the #1 podcast by influencers for influencers. I'm your host, SmallTownHollywood.
And I'm Bryce, ProtoJ.
Today's sponsor is Wonder Coffee. Wonder Coffee seeks to inspire creativity one cup at a time. If you struggle with everyday coffee jitters, try their Adagio blend made from organic hemp seed. Proven to help increase cognitive function, amplify brain health, improves your metabolism, and helps with mild symptoms of anxiety and depression. Their Vivace blend is infused with lion's mane and chagra mushroom, which helps with the everyday case of brain fog. Their Adagio and Vivace premium blends genuinely do clear my mind and help with my coffee jitters. Not only is their coffee delicious, but they also give a portion of every sale of premium coffee to support after-school music classes to low-income children. I can confidently say that I'm a better podcaster and overall human being waking up to a pot of this every morning. Use code BROKE for 50% off your first premium order once you subscribe. That's code BROKE for 50% off your first premium order once you subscribe. Just enter our code at checkout. Wonder Coffee, a coffee that inspires creativity, one cup at a time. Thanks.
Thanks, Wonder.
Anyway, bro, how's your week, man?
Bro,
we got a lot to talk about.
We do a lot to talk about.
You wanna give them a little talk about certified bops?
Certified bops.
Certified bops.
Guys, so we talk a lot about growing pages and doing social media on this channel, but like, gotta get some skin in the game sometimes, you know. So
exactly.
I'm getting back in the game. Your boy's getting back in the game. Been out of the game for a while since SmallTownHollywood. Came back in January, had a little viral post, and then we started the pod. But it's just reignited that itch. Like I gotta get some content out there. So my master plan is to have like my original page that's more business focused, kind of like this podcast, but then do other pages that like test out the algorithm, trends, like everything that we talk about on this podcast. Like I want to be doing something so you guys know that, you know, we're worth our salt, and the advice that we give, it's like based off things we're doing, not just like, hey, go do this. Like, hey, this is what worked for me. Anyway, so I started this new page, Certified Bop or Flop, and it is blowing up.
Certified viral, bro. That was
certified
huge.
Viral.
250,000, I think, for the first one or
post,
something.
and it's ripping. Like
certified viral post.
The posts are moving. But yeah, guys, go check out Certified Bops and Flops. We'll probably talk about more on the page. I'll give you guys weekly updates, but it'll probably be at like 10K followers after this we're done recording.
Jeez.
But it started like 5 days ago, so we'll keep you updated. It's fun. I'm already getting some labels reach out for sponsor post, which is wild.
He's on the come up.
On the come up. Let's go.
But yeah, that's insane. Also, speaking of virality right now, have you been keeping up with the Amber Heard?
We have a verdict.
We do.
We have a verdict.
Ready? Do you want to say it? I'll do the drum roll.
Do you have it? The official?
Yeah. Johnny Depp won. I don't know what to say. Johnny Depp won. Pa, 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 pa.
Yeah, I mean...
his public statement when he won was, "The jury gave me my life back. From the very beginning, speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children, to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me." He said, "I feel at peace knowing I finally accomplished that." And I think everyone can agree that, like, yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone that was Team Amber, but I know that, do you know the settlement that they came to?
It was, I think, wasn't it 10 million?
I think it was 15 million was like what he originally won. And, let me pull this up because I have it
currently owes
it's on my phone.
10 million based on what I've seen.
Yeah.
And she can't pay it back. Have you heard about that?
Wait, really?
Bro, I'm about to pull up.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
So he technically won 15, but she won $2 million on a defamation countersuit. So he was awarded $10 million for the lawsuit and $5 million for punitive damages. But Virginia has laws for the punitive damages, so he's only awarded $350,000, which I believe punitive damages is for his lawyers, right? So God knows how much he spent on his lawyers. They were phenomenal, though. Major crush on Camille. Yeah. Huge fan. Don't even know her name.
Oh my gosh. They all crushed it.
Yeah. So he technically won 10.35 million, but then minus the 2 for the countersuit. So he won 8.35 million.
Jeez.
Which is so far from 50 million, but like you just mentioned, and like his statement, he has a clear name now.
Oh
and
my
like
gosh.
she's been dragged
She's
through
destroyed,
the mud.
and she's in debt.
Right.
Have you seen her celebrity net worth?
Is it negative?
Bro, I'm gonna
Shut
pull it
up on Google.
Look.
Oh
-6
my God, that's the
million.
official. We'll pop that up. That is the
Bro.
official like celebrity net worth page. It's
Holy smokes.
negative $6 million. You know
Bro,
what?
she can't pay it. She can't pay him back. So we'll see what happens.
She'll
That's-
probably file bankruptcy and he won't get his money. But I mean, dude, in Aquaman, like her first Aquaman, or yeah, just the first movie. I don't even know if she's gonna be in the second one now. Like I feel like they're gonna pull her scenes. But her first Aquaman movie paid $2 million, and that was her biggest film to date.
Oh my God.
So it's like she doesn't have the money. She's not gonna be able to pay him. I don't think it was
Her
ever really
career is
about.
destroyed. Did you see the thing that she talked about? If anything goes south, she'll just do an OnlyFans.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
I'll pull it up. Well, I don't know, somewhere.
Did she say that?
She said that shit.
Dude,
She said it on Jimmy Fallon too. It was from before the trial, I think.
she's already preparing, dude. Oh my God, that could actually be massive for her.
Yeah, right. I think the only thing that could save her is like OnlyFans.
Oh my God. I was
Remember,
saying
everyone
that as a
everyone
joke.
hated Mia Khalifa because of their like controversial like porn career, but she like started OnlyFans and now she's like super popular.
Right.
She has a huge influencer following
she's
too.
very mainstream. Like, dude, I mean, TikTok's done a lot for the adult industry, no doubt.
Dude, oh my
Like
gosh.
that and OnlyFans have like revolutionized the
Bro,
adult industry, but I would not be shocked if that's what Amber Heard did. I think she'd be dumb though because she would literally just be making the money to pay Johnny. She should just, if you can file bankruptcy, I would just
she
do
put
that.
all her money, everything into this. And I mean, there's all that talk for that counter lawsuit or whatever. But this is her statement, bro. It's crazy. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence, still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband.
Wow, she's sticking
salty,
by
bro.
it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And she like, I don't know, is kind of trying to bring in that whole misogyny view into it and
Right.
everything. And I don't think anyone's buying it. Like,
Bro, no one bought any of her claims.
well, she lied
Yeah.
the whole time. If you lie one or two times, every other thing is going to look like a lie.
Right. I don't think she's truthful, like literally at all.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's over. So
The greatest entertainment of this year so far.
Also-
Kind of sad to see it go, but what a great closing final chapter.
dude, also, I mean, this is a new topic because I mean, this is pretty much over. But did you see the Logan Paul and Liam Payne podcast?
My God. Okay, so I went live on Bop or Flop yesterday, another little plug. And we were just talking about music and someone said, we were talking about Zayn. I was talking about Zayn's first album. I absolutely loved it. And someone's like, yo, did you see Liam was just on Impulsive? I'm like, what? No, because I watch Impulsive all the time. And yeah, tell me more. Because apparently he was just dragging.
Dude, everybody, man. He's like, the only person that he says he's tight with is Louis Tomlinson or whatever. And they hated each other. He even says they like hated each other in the band.
Wow.
And apparently, like, I don't know, he got like shoved up against the wall or something because there was like a feud. And he's like, if you do that one more time, I'm going to, I don't know, break your hands or something. You're not going to be able to use those hands again.
Who do you say that to?
He wouldn't say, but everyone's speculating that it's Harry Styles.
Oh, really?
I know,
It was one of
dude.
the other bandmates.
Bro, he does not like any of them.
I had heard. Well, this is like a statement that I was reading from him from the podcast. I don't know if this is true or not, but it said, like quoting him, that it was the most like successful out of all of the band members. And the article went on to be like, yo, like Harry Styles is by far
yeah,
the
right?
most famous, and like even Niall,
Oh,
I would say has
what
done
about
better
Zayn
than.
too? I feel like Zayn had a.
I think Zayn, honestly, Liam's probably ahead of Louis, but they're pretty close. Like
Well,
they're
Louis
for sure
had
tied
like
for the
3
last.
songs. I feel like maybe.
Yeah. And I don't know if Liam went on tour, but Louis been on tour.
Bro, if you watch this, he has the biggest head, bro, and it feels like he's trying to compensate for like a lot.
Do you think he's trying to create drama, just to
I don't know,
like become
could.
relevant again?
If he's doing that, bro, he like destroyed his little career right there. The little bit he had left, people hate him. Read the comments.
Do you think
dude.
he's trying to become the villain, like a Jake Paul situation?
That could be kind of
Because he's relevant.
yeah.
Like I haven't thought about Harry's
controversy.
releasing music. He's from One Direction. I haven't thought about any of the other band members. I don't even associate Harry with 1D anymore.
Dude, Liam had that one. He had like one song.
Strip that down.
Yeah.
It was bop. Yeah.
Yes. Strip that down.
It was a good song, but it's like nothing compared to Harry.
Bro, Harry has the number one song in the world right now.
Yeah.
As it was.
Do you remember?
Ginormous.
Someone brought this up yesterday too. Do you remember when Liam did a song with Dixie D'Amelio?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that? And I was on the when I was on the live, I was like, because that was right when I think that was her second song. But I was like, who is this a favor for?
Bro, I feel like
is this a favor for Dixie or is this a favor for Liam?
Oh shoot, that's true.
You know, like is Liam kind of bringing her some credibility in the music space?
And it's probably a trade off, I guess.
Yeah, but like,
are they under the same label? You think?
I don't know, but like the amount of marketing power that Dixie can provide for Liam is insane.
Dude,
I don't know if the song ever did anything special, but like I just thought that was such a weird collab.
Dude, the fact that I don't know, it was on Logan Paul's podcast, and Logan Paul's like insane.
Yeah.
But like,
what was Logan's reaction like?
Bro, I think Logan was playing into it. He was just like, he was sitting back watching how this man was just like
running his mouth.
Yeah. And he's like kind of like enabling it because he knew, and he was being so humble too, bro. He literally was like, what's his face? Liam said something about, oh, it's really hard for like having millions of fans, blah, blah, blah. Like you understand. He's like, no, there's a difference between being a podcaster and a rock star.
Yeah.
And he's like being humble about it. And he would just like, I don't know.
Dude,
it felt like he was like practicing all these lines in the mirror.
He's delivering
before he went on. He was like, I need to find that video. If he was literally like trying to act super tough, and they had this huge segment about boxing and shit.
You're the best One Direction member ever. You've made more than all the other One Direction boys.
It was honestly incredibly embarrassing, and I don't know. Watching that did not make me want to like listen to his music. Wow, or anything.
That's sad. That's sad.
It felt like, I don't know, like it's just super sad, dude.
I really hope it was marketing and not ego, because like, why
felt like ego, bro.
Why would you do that?
And the way he was sitting, and he's just like, Logan wants a whiskey. Someone get Logan a whiskey.
Oh my God.
And bro, everyone is just like, oh my God, bro, chill.
I would argue that Logan's like got
more relevant,
and has a global audience that is now bigger than Liam. Like, they might have the same amount of people that know about them, but like Logan fought Floyd Mayweather on pay-per-view. Like, I know, dude. And that was on every sports channel. Like, the amount of media and attention he got from that event, like, he's definitely currently way more relevant. And I honestly just think in general.
Well, I mean, he had a singing career, and I think he realized like, oh, this isn't for me. I honestly think if he went hard on it, he probably could have done it.
Dude, his songs on YouTube have like hundreds of millions of views.
Oh my God.
And have been streamed hundreds of millions of times. Like, if you compare that to...
Dude, he's a businessman, bro.
Yeah.
He just knows what he's doing. Big fan of Logan Paul.
That's crazy. Definitely an L for Liam.
Yeah, dude. Y'all should go watch that. Not that we're getting paid by Impulsive, but it is...
Now they're paying us.
Incredibly, like,
one of our sponsors.
Anyway, the next topic is TikTok creator mode. Or, no, TikTok...
Sorry, try it again.
The next topic is TikTok clear mode and creator next.
That's good.
Have you heard of a TikTok clear mode?
I actually have not heard of clear mode. You're gonna have to educate me.
All right. Well, this came out on a TikTok newsletter that TikTok is testing a new feature that would allow for a distraction-free scrolling experience on the app. So the company confirmed to TechCrunch the new feature, which is called Clear Mode, is currently in limited testing with select users.
I got it.
Clear mode gets rid of all the clutter on screen, such as captions, buttons, and viewing content on the app, which could be interesting because remember when Instagram put that feature in where you couldn't see any likes or views or anything on the whole app, and it was like mandatory for like a few people. Some people had it, some people didn't have it, but they couldn't change it back.
Is that what they have now, or do they roll some of that back?
You can click on it and say like hide likes.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people do it. I do it sometimes too. I think it's just kind of nice to...
I think TikTok's doing it. I don't think they're doing it from like a mental health perspective, because I think that was Instagram's goal, was to create like, to be more mental health focused about social media and like remove the like aspect and the views and like all the numbers for the followers and stuff like that. Like even just the way that they portrayed your profile, like minimizing how large the text was for your follower count or stuff like that. But I think TikTok's doing this because your like a TikTok when you were just scrolling, there's so much on the screen. I mean, have you noticed? I think everyone has this now, or if you have to, you might have to update your TikTok app, but like your caption will scroll and then like comments and likes will scroll. It still takes up the same amount of space, but I want to say that TikTok is doing this clear mode.
It looks like a
so
live
it clears the
bit.
screen because there's so much on there, dude.
I know.
There's like the like, the share, the comment, the description on the bottom. There's like the stuff on the top. There's a lot on the screen. I feel like I guess every other short form content platform is kind of copying that layout, but I think it makes sense. It's definitely a better viewing experience.
I also agree with that. I also think they're trying to hit on that mental like issue. Because I mean, like TikTok was getting dragged through the mud for like
really.
I think from the like the social aspect of it, because I mean, same thing like all social media is as well, and I feel like they're gonna play off of that at the same time. But what I've seen, there's an article too. I can't find it. I personally really like not having like likes at least. Like it does feel very like judgy almost, and they are also testing a feature for dislikes.
Oh yeah,
did you hear about that?
It's for comments.
Yeah,
I think just comments.
Which I feel like is good. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I wish I had that article. Maybe I'll pull it up later. But dude, it's like kind of does destroy you a little bit when you see like your engagement go completely down. Which we'll also talk about that in the later when we get to talk about the recession. But hold on, let's pull up for Creator Next. Have you heard of Creator Next?
I've heard briefly about Creator Next. I know that they released like a completely new editing studio. Essentially, It looks a lot better. I've never edited on TikTok. I just can't, like, especially adding text to videos. It pisses me off. I can't get it lined up like timing wise perfectly or like centered perfectly. It's just never. I know a lot of people that do all of their stuff in TikTok, and it amazes me. I don't know how you guys do it. But I've always done my stuff in Premiere, so it sounds like this is going to be big for creating better content.
Yeah, I also agree because I mean I've been using like Splice and like CapCut and all that kind of stuff.
Have you tried editing with the new features?
No, not yet. I don't have it yet. So
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so we'll see. I don't think it's for everybody.
The new account that I created has it.
Ooh, it could be.
So I don't know.
For only
how they're rolling it out, if they're going to roll it out to all like existing accounts, or if you sign up now, or maybe you just need to update your app. It might be updated, but. And
I don't know. Let me find it. Because right now the main tools for Creator Next is like all the stuff that we always like crap on. Mm-hmm. That let me see if I can find it.
I know you can add different audios, and you can like slide when audios start and stop. You can do that with text. You can do that with different video layers. So it does very much feel like a Premiere or a InShot, or what, CapCut, is that another one?
Let's see.
So the question is, would you like, you do a lot of your editing in softwares that you know, like iMovie, or what do you do, CapCut on your phone?
I do CapCut. CapCut is awesome, and I got it.
Would you switch?
Honestly, yeah, if it was like really easy. I don't know. It kind of depends. Because sometimes when I, like for a few of those mashups, I need it like a certain facing way, and I'll like revert it on like CapCut or something, and then I'll pull it up to like TikTok, and then we'll revert it back. So I'm like, okay. So honestly, maybe I do need to do it if they have that, like,
if you can do those features in TikTok
inside it. Because I mean, I do go through like, honestly, I go on iMovie and drag in the audio, and then I take the thing for off iMovie and I pull into CapCut so I can get all the cool little fonts.
Right.
And then I pull into TikTok.
Yeah.
And then sometimes TikTok like flips it, so I'm like a little bit annoyed.
It looks very robust.
But yeah, I cannot find, is it called Creator Next?
Yeah.
I thought Creator Next was just like the tools for it. Tools for like TikTok.
I think that's what they're branding, like the editing software.
Like if you
or maybe I don't know.
It might not be completely like rolled out. Because Creator Next, the whole thing is like
a program.
That's what that's like the platform for like creators. So it's like you can sign up for the Creator Fund on there. You can sign up for Creator Marketplace for live gifts, for tips.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that like reduces engagement, like we've talked about in the past.
Right.
But
dude, I've got a conspiracy that the more you edit or do things within TikTok, like the more they'll be inclined to push out those videos, especially with like adding text or captions to video. This is definitely like conspiratorial. I've done some like posting with clips and stuff like that prior to like pages that I'm starting now. And I've always felt like if I've done captions outside of the platform, it didn't do as well as if like I did captions inside the platform.
Dude, yeah.
Or edited it inside of the platform. So I don't know. Again, like this is another example of a new feature that they just rolled out. It might be advantageous to test out like editing a bunch of your videos in the app and see if that makes any sort of a difference. That might make zero difference. They might not be like putting that as a little like something that's advantageous right now for the algorithm. But
yeah,
the other thing, dude, I'm going to keep bringing up Bop or Flop, but the videos are like 4 or 5 minutes long on that page. And I know we talked, it might've been on the monetization podcast about using new features that platforms release. And TikTok just came out with their like 10-minute feature, I don't know, a month or so ago. A little bit ago. It's definitely a new feature still, but the videos that I'm posting on the page are like 4 or 5 minutes and they are getting pushed hard. So if you guys want to experiment with like starting a new channel and releasing more long form content, it might be the time to try that on TikTok. Long form might not always be the play. They might, like, it was kind of like Instagram when they did IGTV. They pushed it for a while and something new came along, but with the posts that I've been doing for the last week, it's been insane. So might be something to consider.
That's what, bro, I think our mashups have always done really well. The closer they are to a minute as well. And then the one I just did with Kings was like 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
And that one, I mean, it was a good mashup. It just didn't like perform very well.
We've always just had fire mashups though too.
Yeah.
Like it's always been really good content regardless.
Dude, I feel like I save all the like good ones for you and me. Like that Stay mashup, I knew immediately.
Yo,
was gonna be honestly, like, or the ABCDFU.
That was one that I was like, I need to hear this like all put together. But guys, Jarek's got a new one that he was working on. It's gonna be like top summer hits from like the last 10 years. It's so good. It's gonna be so good. We're gonna record it this week.
We'll see. I haven't recorded myself yet. So.
It's good. You can already. This is one on like from the beginning.
I say we do the same exact format as last time.
Yeah.
Like you film at your house, I'll film here.
We don't talk to you. Yeah, okay. I got you. All right. What do we got?
But yeah,
next,
dude, I cannot find anything. I literally spent the last like 5 minutes Googling.
It's okay. That's the gist of it.
The editing.
Check it out. It's
anyway, so this one, I know you have a hot take on based off what I've heard.
You're gonna need to explain this more to me.
Labels have been forcing their artists to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
And
this isn't new though.
Yeah.
This has been happening.
Well, I don't know. Also, I feel like labels were kind of like against TikTok on the early, but it was more days. Music licensing, like figuring out copyright. That's all solved. I think obviously they're all about it because they're blowing up all their artists. So here's a video that I'll pull up and we can throw it on screen. But it's kind of a controversial opinion of this, but it was by Halsey and a lot of people.
This is the Halsey video.
Yeah. I'm in this industry. Basically, I have a song that I love that I want to release ASAP, but my label has forced me to be on TikTok. I've been in this industry for 8 years and I've sold over 165 million albums. And my record company is saying that I can't release it unless they can fake a viral moment on TikTok. Everything is marketing. And they are doing this to basically every artist these days. I just want to release music and man, I deserve better. I'm tired. Which is, I mean...
Who else is in beef? Like, it's Halsey. Isn't there like one other person?
There's Halsey is like the face of it, dude.
It's pretty much just Halsey. I'm sure there's other small artists that have come out and been like, yeah, this sucks.
I pretty much my whole For You page is just filled with like artists that are like, I don't know, like on the underground. Some of them are my friends too. All they do is bash TikTok and how they hate being on TikTok and stuff. And I don't know if you share the same opinion.
Yeah, no, I think it's also the complaint of like, oh, I have to make content as an artist to promote my music. It's like, I just wish the whole world would see my songs and I don't have to market it. Like, there's a little bit of delusion involved.
Yes, absolutely.
With everything that goes into like making a massive song, like a viral song now. And it's like TikTok is the greatest gift to the independent artist. Honestly, I think ever for marketing your music. Like the platform is centered around music and trends and making sounds go viral. Like this has never been a thing before. Like getting your songs on like playlists on Spotify was massive, like being in that playlisting space. But TikTok has taken this to like the 100th degree. It's
Dude,
like
there's so many people like
the opportunity is insane.
Yeah.
It was insane and it still is insane.
Dude, there was someone on my TikTok that was like on my For You page just like, I think if Elvis was alive today or Michael Jackson, they would hate what TikTok is like how TikTok and labels are forcing people to make content. I'm like, no, I feel like they would literally look at it as like a stage. You are performing for more people than you know. I think you'll just see one little camera. You're in front of like the entire internet, and if it's good, you'll be in front of like millions of people.
Right. It's like to be an Elvis, like you are literally 1 in a million. Like the whole to make it as an artist, like you are a 1 in a million statement is dead. Like now you have independently, I could create the content to go viral. I could distribute it myself. Like I could produce, record, like literally for a $500 setup, you could get everything you need to record and produce your music. There's free knowledge on YouTube to learn how to produce. There's free knowledge on YouTube to learn how to market it. Like you could from start to finish. And if you have the musical talent, go viral on TikTok. Like to be an Elvis back then, like you had to go and grind and play live shows. You had to know the right people. You had to get connected to the right manager. And then the stars still had to align with you. It's like, I don't get it. With Halsey specifically, I get that she's an established artist, but for me, it's always tough. Like, and this is a Taylor Swift thing too, where she wants to own her rights to her music, and she doesn't think it's fair that the labels own it and they still make money off it. It's like someone took a chance on you and put marketing dollars into you and developed you as an artist, and essentially like set up your career. And now they get royalties off of the hard work they put on the front end. But if that didn't exist, there's a solid chance they wouldn't have made it as an artist. Like someone gave you a chance. So like now this is on the back end, even though you're a superstar, like this was part of the cost. And it's like, you have so much money. You've made so much money and like you have so much fame. And I get for Halsey, it's probably about just like the music, and she wants to be able to have that freedom and creativity as an artist. But still, it's just I think it's part of the music now.
It's almost kind of like selfish too, from my perspective, because it's giving your fans even more of you.
Yeah.
So it's like for the artists that aren't on TikTok right now, it just seems like, I don't know, your fans aren't good enough to get all of you. Because now you're given the chance to like show someone your personality as well. Back in the day, remember the only way you could see people, like the person singing the song is a music video. Right. That was MTV. They're like the only way that like most people just pictured what the artist was like singing about. Not that I don't think I was really live during that time, but even then, like you just saw what the label perfectly made this person to be, and now it's giving like artists, like people on labels, the opportunity to show like who they actually are and voice opinion. Like look at Halsey right there; she's voicing an opinion, showing her personality. That blew up, got 1.2 million likes, I think 15 million views.
Bro, hot take.
Of her just complaining about
Hot take. Do you think that was her promotional play?
Bro, there's a lot about how it's like...
You think... Was that the song she needed to, like, promote? To release?
Mm-hmm. That was like...
Stop!
I think, bro, there's a lot of comments about that, too.
Stop, dude.
It could be a genius play.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even think of that perspective. I didn't think of that until we saw the video, and there was a song under. I was like, oh my God, is that the song that she's, like, wants to release?
So I personally...
Watch her be able to release the song now.
Bro, my view on this is that I think she was playing off of a trend, because this has already been a thing. And she just made it, like, she has the biggest platform. She made it a voice, put her song under it, made it something. She also probably does believe it, like, to some extent.
Right.
But controversy sells, bro.
Right.
And so many people, I don't know how many comments were on that. Let's see where it's at. Oh, yeah, 13,000 comments and 13,000 shares, too. So... obviously, she took something that was like controversial, also a trend, and kind of coined her face to it. Like if you look up, like I just looked it up, artists being forced by creators to post on TikTok. She was the first person. So I'm like, I do think on the side of, I guess, like the actual trend and the concept of like why artists are like super sad boy about like posting on TikTok, I think that's ridiculous. I think I do as well. We both have that perspective, but I think she like is kind of conflicting, because her post is literally about how shitty it is as an artist to have to force yourself to post on TikTok. But the whole post went super viral, blew up her song as well. Because I mean, yeah, original sound Halsey. So it's like
the label doesn't care to take heat from that. There's no like one person that's gonna be the face of the controversy. It's like her versus like this company, you know, as a whole. Not like this is her versus Scooter Braun. It's like the scapegoat's a super easy one on this. I could totally see this being completely fabricated,
brilliant
at the same time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but
it would genuinely make I would not. It would make me a little mad if she's like being genuinely serious. So I'm just like, yo, like TikTok's such a gift.
Dude, there's some people that are literally like that though.
I know.
Like making videos about that. I know quite a few actually.
I don't know. I think your job as an artist, it has evolved and changed, and what the industry demands and needs to be successful is always going to change.
It's
and
giving you so much more power too, because you're literally like, you are your own brand now. Before it's like, oh, it's just the music and your own music. Now it's getting you introduced into like brand deals, introduced into like, I don't know, literal video content. So people fall in love with your personality. They're going to fall in love with anything you do.
Right. I don't think you've ever had more freedom as an artist now, in my opinion. If you're in a bad contract with a label or management, like that's one thing. Get your deliverables done and try to get out of it. I know that's easier said than done. But like if you're Halsey, do what you sign in your contract, however many records you have left to release, and then go independent. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I think if you genuinely care about the music, you'll genuinely care about doing the marketing side of it.
Yeah,
because I mean,
I just think a lot of creatives like don't think like that. They're very just like creative. I want to create my craft, and that's fine. That's why you have your team around you. But then you rely on them, and you do what they tell you.
No one starts off with a team is the thing,
right?
It's just you.
But you can.
And it's at the point where it's like you need to start off. You need to have some kind of business mindset to be an artist. Because I mean, now like honestly, to be like an artist full time, you need to like know something about, like if you're starting from nothing, you have no team, no numbers, no nothing. You need to know stuff about video editing. You need to know enough about like social media. You need to have some idea of business and marketing. And then on top of that, first and foremost, obviously your like creative direction, like your art. Because I mean, I talked to so many like brilliant creatives that are like super talented musicians, but they're super opposed to like putting their stuff out. Yeah. And they don't post on Spotify. They don't do anything because they're like waiting. I think the ones that are ambitious enough and they're like, all right, I'm going to take the step and post it on Spotify. They're also the ones that are going hard enough and posting on like TikTok, on Instagram, and literally like really want their music to be heard. Now, if you don't want your music to be heard, you're just making it for a hobby. This isn't like,
we're not talking to you. You know that.
But if you want to make this a career, like, I mean, you got to be a businessman about it.
You do.
It's super annoying, like when I hear artists that are talking about like, oh, I really want my like a number one hit. My dream is to be like on Billboard. I just want my fans to like, I want to have fans. I want them to love my music, but I don't want to put anything out yet, or I don't want to post on TikTok. You're not going to get any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I just think there's so much opportunity right now.
I know.
So I like, and the artists that are going to win are the ones that will have that like business side that can morph into the creativity as well. And that like those are the people that are winning right now.
Literally, I do think marketing is more creative than it is business too. To be honest, like having that idea.
I think it's the marrying of the two.
Interwoven, yeah.
You know.
Anyway, we can move on because I feel like we milked that one dry.
We were very passionate about that one. Sorry if we got a little heated, guys.
Anyway, the next topic is about the recession, which I mean, we don't know. It's spooky. You probably have heard a ton about it. You've heard, I don't know, heard your parents talk about it. You've probably been thinking about saving money, budgeting. But in the end, what does it mean for creators? What does it mean for like me and you, Bryce? What does it mean for like, I don't know, Charlie D'Amelio? What does it mean for not only TikTok influencers and Instagram influencers, people that just create like video editors, people that are like, I don't know, artists, painters, musicians, anything. I'm talking about like people in like the creative media. And
give us the skinny.
I found a really awesome article, which I don't know, I feel like we should tag that under
pop up someone
on YouTube in the
link in bio.
In the link bio.
Link in bio.
Which talks about stagflation and how it affects us. Now, stagflation is a scary word. I know.
We need a formal definition, please.
A formal definition of stagflation. Stagflation occurs when there's high inflation and slow economic growth happening at the same time.
Ooh.
So essentially, like inflation in the midst of like a recession. Like I don't know, to cut it short. But this, let's see if I can find. Yes, right here. So this is by Kate Ward.
Shout out, Kate.
Pull it up, Kate Ward. You're crushing it. She kind of put in perspective of how stagflation can affect like creators and what it's going to look like, because inevitably we are like moving towards that. You don't know when it's going to happen, but it can be a little bit scary. So the first thing that she said, more creators will just start in general, because I mean there's no limit, there's no boundaries. Literally anyone can grab a phone, put it down.
There's no barriers to entry.
So if you have you're forced to do a part-time job that you don't care about, and you just lost your job at a label or something, or like in a band, you can still put up your phone, do it, part-time job. She said right here, being a creator is permissionless. You can start while working a day job or collecting unemployment. We saw this last March with Substack newsletters and TikTok accounts. Being a creator is increasingly becoming a brilliant hedge and source of leverage, which is so true. Because, I mean, so many people are getting on TikTok right now and realizing, oh, I can make money from this. And it's becoming like a side job.
Right.
How many influencers do you think are available this year that weren't like... It didn't even exist last year. Like, look at your account right now.
Yeah.
For certified bots.
There's at least one more in the last 4 days.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, that's the point about COVID in 2020 as well. Like, marketing agencies that were putting more money into like big production, shot in studio, in person, like had to figure out a solution to still produce content. And like either their team could do it from their house, or they could hire influencers who are essentially like their own one-man team that can film, edit, and do everything like a brand would need to market their product. So there was kind of like a shift in marketing dollars towards creators and influencers because they could fulfill all those roles. And we saw TikTok kind of blow up because of that. And also we've seen like the influencer marketing space like literally double every 2 years, and how much the industry is worth. And I think it's moving towards like a $15 billion industry in the next couple of years, which is insane. But I guess my point is, like, after COVID and all of that was successful, I think marketing agencies and also just like companies that do their marketing are realizing like, hey, we don't really need to go back to this previous model. Like it was very successful using TikTok influencers or Instagram influencers during this period. And like, this is going to be a full part of our marketing strategy now. It's going to be integrated into like the new way that we do marketing for companies, for products, for whatever. But yeah, moving into the recession, I don't think it's necessarily going to be negative for influencers. I think it's going to still continue to create a lot more opportunity.
There is one thing. This article came out a year ago.
Okay.
And I've noticed a lot of what she's saying is already happening. She talks a lot about CPMs, about a sign of like a recession in just the creator like marketplace is views will increase, but CPMs and consumer spending will go down. So I feel like I've already seen this. I've seen views go up for a lot of people, like especially new accounts. Like even look at like yours, but they're not paying as much for TikTok Creator Fund. Reels Play, they dropped that down, but they're shoving everyone out right now. I remember getting on Reels Play maybe a year ago, and I would get like 30 views and then 100 views. And this is when I had 40,000 followers, I think. And now like every time I post, I keep getting texts from people like, hey, Silas.
Yeah.
Shout out, hey, Silas.
Shout out, Ty.
He just started posting like 2 days ago. He's been posting 2 times a day, and they're getting like 30,000 views every single post. So I'm like, all right, already engagement is going up for like pretty much everyone, but no one's making money.
I mean, it sounds like that's for new accounts. New accounts are being pushed a lot more versus old. I think it's also a discussion of new and old accounts.
Strategic too, because I mean, all those big influencers that I've seen little like some like Kings or like I won't. Let's cut this out. I don't want to say. I've seen big influencers have random blow ups, but also I think it's strategic by these like by TikTok and Instagram, because they're the ones that are already getting paid and have been getting paid. So it makes sense to like, I don't know, drop their views down a little bit. But like I've seen like so many like of these new smaller accounts just blow up and go crazy. Honestly, you're a perfect example. This is also like, it's a great idea as well. So I think they're really, really rewarding engagement wise people that have like new accounts and have quality content.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying really hard with the Bopper Flop to like capitalize on every possible like beneficial thing that's in the algorithm right now. So I feel like I'm kind of like a, without sounding arrogant, like a master in the space. So I feel like I have a leg up starting a new account. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to track the CPMs and how they shift during the recession. That is not something that I've thought about. But yeah, it could be something that we're already seeing.
And I think what's really crazy with this whole like recession, just for like creators, is I think creators, especially influencers, are going to be making like a lot more money comparably to like a lot of recession like jobs that would get destroyed in the recession. Like what was the example you had for third party? I guess during the recession, so there was a lot of companies that popped up with the boom of TikTok in 2020, and there are like a lot of tech companies that are built around providing tools for influencers or like media agencies, but just a lot of growth around the influencer industry, not necessarily, I mean, also with influencers, a lot more influencers entering the space, but like there's definitely more, what's the right word? There's like more integration around influencers, or like building a team around influencers, or building tools around influencers. A lot of companies like that they're not used to like going through a recession and being able to survive having like a deficit on the books. So this article that I was reading, and I'll try to find it and link it below, was just saying that like those are going to be the companies in the influencer marketing space that are going to go bankrupt, or it'll be very interesting to see like how they survive, because they haven't had to go through like anything like that before. But out of like the part of the industry that's going to get hit the hardest, it's going to be these companies, because the tools they offer to influencers are like super expensive. And when influencers are going to go through a recession, like they're not going to spend $500 a year on this like tool or whatever this and that if it's not that useful to them. But I just found that interesting. Like that was one segment that I read an article that might get hit kind of hard in the recession. Oh yeah, 100%. I think a lot of brands are going to be like the whole luxury goods versus common goods. I think common goods are going to be pushed the hardest right now, especially towards like, I mean, already, I'm not going to say the brand deals I'm doing right now because I'm not allowed to, but I've already seen that happening. Plus, she made a really good point. For top tier creators will bankroll smaller creators in exchange for intellectual property. So all these big creators, like, I don't know, I think they're going to see the value in these accounts. And I mean, literally, like she put, imagine Mr. Beast just goes and buys up 50% of 10 channels he believes in, will be really successful over the next 10 years. Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
Bro, right?
Should we get into that?
What time
add another topic? So I'm just in general, I'm thinking like, all right, we'll get into it briefly.
Let's do it.
So the influencer space is new. Like you can go back. When did YouTube become big? Was it early 2000s? Or was it like 2010-ish?
I think it was 2010. Yeah.
2010. So like we're 12 years into this, right? And now we've got these mega famous influencers like Mr. Beast. He started his own burger chain, his own chocolate company. He's got charities. He's got all these things. He's got 4 different YouTube channels that make a ton of money. It's almost like we're entering into a space like the music industry where influencers are artists. And so like you're going to sign an influencer. You're going to kind of like bring them up. You're going to own a part of their career. But I think we are shifting towards like a new space in talent where people like older influencers are going to start. I mean, it's already like influencer agencies are already a thing where like they'll field brand deals for you or go get you brand deals and like market you and get you all these deals and stuff like that. But I truly think there's going to be like labels like the music industry for influencers. And it's going to be like Mr. Beast when he's 50 years old is going to be like the titan of the influencer industry, whatever his company, Beast Influencers or something like that. And like, he'll be like the dude with white hair that calls all the shots. But I'm fascinated.
Totally see that.
And that's honestly something that that I want to do is create like a media network, but also like bring up influencers like you would artists now. Like I want to invest in the younger generation in a bunch of different niches and like build infrastructure and build their team around them. But I think that's going to be a massive trend in the next 10 years.
Well, it's like the fact that intellectual property is such a big factor of all of these accounts is huge, because I mean, like if I started a new, like, not that certified bops is like, I don't know, like you like coined that term, or
anyone can do it.
I think if it got big enough, you essentially like that is.
I'm Mr. Bopper Flop.
You're the face of that.
I am Bopper Flop.
And I think that like especially labels, they could reach out, pay you the certain amount of money for the entire account, and then literally just make it like kind of like a whole investment. Because now it's getting to the point where like each one of these accounts is worth like something massive, not just based off of like the numbers, but like the reach, the engagement, everything has something that's marketable. You have to look at it kind of like a stock, like investing in like Disney. Before you invest in Disney, you need to kind of like look at what Disney is doing and what it has to offer. That's kind of another interesting topic.
Bro, I mean, that's where I think as an influencer early on, if you've got a cult following fan base, you could release NFTs. And part of the utility of the NFT is like a royalty from your brand. So it's like, hey, if you buy these NFTs, like I'm going to release 100 NFTs and they're going to be worth $1,000 each. I know that sounds crazy, but that's $100,000. But essentially what you're asking for is $100,000 to go invest in all of the tools you need, a team, the like filming equipment, whatever your niche is, like whatever you need, using that $100,000 to basically blow yourself up. And then in return, like anyone that owns this NFT, and like Logan Paul is doing this with his 99 originals, and Full Send is doing this with their Full Send Club. Like if you own their NFT, like you get royalties to their brands, you get exclusive access to events in the future, like
so
all these things. But like it is like a stock essentially. And I do think that's how the industry, like the whole influencer industry, is gonna move forward. Or like the smart people, you're gonna see like these shifts.
People just don't really believe in it right now because it's not something that's tangible or they can see happening currently. It's something that's like obviously is going to be adopted in the future. I think once, especially these big tech companies start adopting, and like all of the finance industry has not adopted blockchain technology. Once that happens, which it inevitably will, that's when like that stuff's going to be real. And that's when I think like, I mean, this is a whole nother topic, but like the virtual reality universe, all that kind of stuff, that's when that can be taken a little bit more serious.
I think Web3 is going to be a flop, personally.
Okay, let's get hang session number 3.
Okay.
We'll do that one. Anyway,
wrap
do
it
you
up
think...
Here. Oh.
I have a question to wrap this up.
Okay, final question.
Do you think, based off everything we talked about, creators are recession-proof?
I do think so, and I think COVID proved that.
I think so too.
It blew up. Like I think a recession will be good for creators. You know, if you know what you're doing in this space, I think it is a very lucrative time. And like if you lose your job, you have an opportunity. Like there's an opportunity out there to create your own brand and like to be able to work on your own time. Then like there's so much opportunity in this space right now. I think a recession could be advantageous for a lot of people that either are doing it currently or want to get into it.
Yeah, I do think that is going to be incredibly gatekept coming up. And already
the saturation of the market is already massive.
Because I mean, it's almost impossible to like get to the point where you can make money. We've talked about this before.
It's very hard.
But
there's never been more money in the industry.
Yeah.
So once you break into it, you're gonna make a ton of money.
So I guess this is saying for like honestly micro influencers at that point.
Starting
like,
out.
Once you beat that, then like I mean this whole recession talk is for you. I guess people who are already making money as creators, you're in a good spot.
Right.
If you're not, I don't know.
It's going to be hard. It's always been kind of difficult to break into it. There's moments and windows of time that you can capitalize on, but it's not easy to get to the monetization point. But once you do, the floodgates open and you make a lot of money. So
exactly.
And like we said, you can do this while working a separate job to get you to that point and then quit your job. Like it's very possible.
For real. Anyway, wrap up. Plug our socials, Mr. Bryce ProtoJ.
Guys, we didn't do any CTAs. We are horrible marketers.
Oh, shit.
If you're watching on YouTube right now at the very end, please like and subscribe to the channel. Be much appreciated. We're over on Instagram, posting the short form clips. Go give the IG a follow. We're on TikTok as well. Everything's at Broken Famous Podcast. Appreciate you guys listening. We're over on Spotify too. If you're watching the visual and you just want to listen, go ahead and download on Spotify.
Come on.
But other than that, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya. Easy.